guys, welcome back to another awesome video. And today's movie review is going to be of Captain America, A Brave New World. So Captain America, A Brave New World is the fourth installment in these Captain America movies, and this is Anthony Mackie now as Captain America, the first time, his first movie as Captain America, working with the government and working with the president, who is now Thunderbolt Ross, as he's trying to ease the tension and hopefully perhaps get the Avengers back reassembled and back into the forefront. So this movie is directed by Julius Onah, and this is the first time I've heard of this guy. This is no longer associated with the Russo brothers because the Russo brothers did both The Winter Soldier and Civil War, and I bring that up because this is very Winter Soldier and Civil War inspired in terms of the genre, the spy, espionage type aspect and thriller sort of thing. And this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I will have a spoiler review after this video, and I'll have it up probably by the end of March Marvel Madness for sure. So by the end of the month, you guys will see my spoiler review for Brave New World. But to make it non-spoilerish, let's go into the fact that I think this is not as bad as everyone says it is, because this is definitely getting a lot of bad rep. Is it great though? It's not great, but it's not horrible. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. There's things I like, and there's things I didn't like with this movie. But let's just break it down real quick. And I mean, Anthony Mackie is great as Falcon. I think he is definitely maturing over time. After seeing Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he has proven he is a really strong Captain America, and it kind of carries over here for sure. And with that, you have other characters that have been carried over in that show into the movie, like we're introduced into that series, Joaquin Torres, who becomes the new Falcon in this movie. And you know, he has his moments, but I think the actor's doing a fine job, he's doing a good job, and I think the character can develop into someone really fun. And there's also Isaiah Bradley, who is introduced into that series. It also shows up in this movie and plays somewhat of a part in what's going on in things, but that's because there is something underneath the surface. A lot is at play here, and there's definitely a lot of strings being pulled throughout this movie, and you kind of get a feel of that a little bit. I will say this, there is a lot going on that I think regular audience members and moviegoers that don't know what's happening here are going to be surprised by some things. But for us, I think fans that kind of maybe saw something's coming, we kind of get what we are expected, and that's kind of good, but kind of also bad, because I feel like the trailers gave us a lot on what's the plot of the movie with some other little speculations. And our speculations are correct on things, because this movie does really well at trying to be inspired by The Winter Soldier and by Civil War. This movie also is trying to not only be, obviously, Captain America, Falcon's first movie, and him taking the charge, and A Brave New World, and this is the start of the whole, the reassembling of the Avengers. This is also trying to tie in some loose ends with other movies within the cinematic universe so far by introducing and reintroducing certain elements and certain characters, and I think they fulfill them pretty well for the most part. Now, the things I will admit that aren't really the strongest is there are these two characters that are almost not force-fed to us, but it's they're kind of here, and they're introduced, one's this secretary, or one's this, I guess, personal hit person, hit woman, hit man, hirer, whatever, for Thunderbolt Ross. And there's another chick that was once a part of the Red Room and a part of the Black Widows, apparently. And I'm thinking to myself, they're really trying to, put these two in the forefront, and one of these characters works, and the other I really kind of didn't care for, and it felt very forced to be hey, we need to have something cool about her. But if you're trying to have a small little ragtag team going on here, why not have some of the other Avengers in this? That's just all I'm saying, if I'm being honest. I get that there should be other characters besides the Avengers and other superheroes. I didn't really care as much for those two. I mean, if we're gonna talk main characters, it's the Falcon and the Captain America show, and that's really the ones that I'm rooting for and I'm really here for. Let's address the big thing is Red Hulk. Quite literally. And I have no problem with Harrison Ford being Red Hulk. I get they wanted to recast him because they were trying to honor William Hurt's legacy as he was Thunderbolt Ross and he passed away. And I know that people are going to make the argument of that, oh, we can recast Red Hulk, but we can't recast T'Challa. I think it's a very valid, strong statement and point that Marvel's not going to recast for several reasons, and I'm glad they're kind of sticking to their guns and not backing down from that. But I think with this, because Thunderbolt Ross had some potential, you could recast. I know there's potential for T'Challa, but I mean, we already got Shuri, so I feel like that's already taken care of. But I think Harrison Ford is really good with it. I do feel like, yes, we could use some more Red Hulk, because all the Red Hulk stuff you guys see, and we see, is pretty much all in the trailer. Like, it's the last act of the movie, and there could have been maybe a little bit more. It is, weirdly enough, kind of great seeing a Hulk, a savage Hulk, growling, roaring, stomping, and causing mayhem and destroying shit. And don't get me wrong, I do like Smart Hulk, but it is kind of great to see like a Hulk on the rampage, on the loose, kind of maybe a little reckless, maybe in control, maybe not in control of things. But it still was great, but could have used a little more. And yes, people brought up that there is some reshoots. There was definitely some reshoots here. And I hate to say it, but Giancarlo Esposito is slightly wasted in this movie. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Giancarlo Esposito, but I feel like if you took him out of the movie, like if you took out his character, Sidewinder, I feel like the movie would still progress the same way. Or if you kept the Serpent Society, which was the original initial plan, if they kept that in, it's still within the same concept of some villain or some organization is after certain MacGuffin relic and has information on a certain character in this movie, and Captain America needs that certain information. I feel like if you put someone else in that spot where Giancarlo Esposito is, or if you even take him out of the film, he wouldn't be missed. And I kind of feel bad because I feel like he should have been a better character. Like, I mean, I don't know, I don't get why Marvel kind of gave him this side character, this deep, obscure character, when he could have been fucking Magneto or Charles Xavier in the MCU, or hell, he could have been a variant of Doctor Doom or something, but I don't know, maybe Giancarlo should get a second chance, and I think 100% he should. With its flaws and faulties, I don't think it is as bad as everyone says it is. I think there's still some good aspects to it for sure. It's still a great time. I think it's still got that espionage feel. I am going to give Captain America A Brave New World, I am going to give it at least a solid C. So Captain America Brave New World, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please smash the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to awesome videos every day for every week. Make sure you ring that bell to new videos every day every week. Share the video with family friends, all the good stuff and more. Loose searches down in the comments. You name it, I'll do it as best as possible. Look out for more things from March Marvel Madness. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.